Hi everybody, welcome to Otaku Saga. I'm Rizzo.
And I'm DK, and on this episode of Anime Reaction, we watch the 12th episode of Ascendance of a Bookworm.
Alrighty, let's see, what happened last time again?
Oh boy.
Mine
learns the awful truth of terminal illness.
Well, she had to tell her family.
Yeah, and then spreads it to others.
Hmm.
Oh boy, it was heavy.
Anyway, starting in 3,
2, 1, let's jam! But you're an isekai protag. You don't get off that easy.
Life never works out the way that you think it will.
Neither does death, apparently.
Speaking of, I'm reminded of the pretty funny joke, or fake out really, that we got robbed of with the way that they did her pre-isekai bit. Because basically at the first episode, they did everything completely differently at the beginning of the story. But in the novels, there's a prologue where Urano is, still Urano.
Right.
And she's walking along a road with her childhood friend while she's reading, and she almost gets isekai'd by Truck-kun. It's a nice little fake out. It would have been a nice fake out moment for the anime.
Sounds more like her calling out a cliche than a
right,
fake
yeah.
out.
And then her childhood friend goes, "Oh, you almost died," and that's when she goes, "Oh, if I have to die, I'd rather get crushed to death by books." And of course, 5 minutes later, there's an earthquake and she gets crushed by her books.
What a way to go, huh?
Yeah. It kind of would have been nice to see, but I can also kind of see why they glossed over it for the most part.
That's a... Oof. Have you seen the house we live in? Capitalism, baby. What's with the kung fu hand gesture there? Uh-oh. Figures. Hmm. And we started producing slice of life anime. Oh, sorry. Wrong studio.
Wow, they are really speeding
Skipping
past some shit here.
Yeah. Otto gonna auto. Or no, Gunther.
Yeah, Gunther.
Other soldier dude.
Auto gonna auto.
You troll. Get it from both sides. Oh. Oof. Big oof.
Lolly had pets.
The ultimate in moe. Just enjoy it, Benno. Jeez!
Yeah, they're going speeding through the third novel.
There's only a couple episodes left in the series, right? Here's to the homies hustle. I have chosen death. Oh boy. Oh, hell no. I like my hindquarters as they are, thank you. Oh, great. So it's turning into a lolly version of Breaking Bad.
Breaking books.
If I see one article of food on the roof of one of those apartment buildings, I'm gonna flip shit. Aww. Though all these deals Mine's making while she's resigned to her fate, they're totally gonna bite her in the ass when she survives. Oh. That was last year. Sorry, he just came of age early. Get the spear, Gunther. Alright, off to the orphan stomper.
Well.
Always. Hustle 24/7. Oh, come on, in a church even? Whoo! Smooth operator. Bit slow on the uptake, Gunther. Man, tough crowd. Look like our chats when we used to stream. Hey! What's up, James?
It's been a while.
Hold up. Did you tell him to work the shaft? Back when Saint was Pastor Claus. Bitch, calm down.
And then they fucked.
It's kind of a spin on the Japanese creation mythos. Exactly like the Japanese creation mythos. Separated by something. Oh, okay. Bit of a twist. So, a whole bunch of family infighting is why we exist. Yeah.
Why the seasons exist.
Seasons. Fair enough. It makes sense for a mythos. I like it. Bored now.
Puck.
Crane style. Bitch, calm down. I know you. Because she is laughing too hard! Oh my god. This was really good on calloused feet. Oh. No, it's the same place. You just ran into a weeping angel. Don't blink. Duh. Uh-oh.
Sploosh.
Bzz, bzz. Goddamn cock tease! Aww. That's it! That's my new goal! Well, with fanaticism like that, I think you'll fit in just fine. Oh shit!
It's a good thing the bishop was sitting down.
Hmm. Don't forget the couch out. Flop. Well, Pastor Claus is like, what the hell?
Pastor Claus.
I mean, he has to be a pastor before he becomes a saint.
Yeah, so obviously they skipped over quite a bit.
No joke.
Because with 2 episodes left, we're at the very end of the 3rd novel.
Yeah, like the good middle third of that whole episode was just freaking going light speed through the source material.
Yeah.
I mean, I could tell that I haven't even read a lick of the stuff yet, but
that's a little disappointing, to be honest.
Yeah.
But I think they probably ended up having to cut out some material just to get to the stopping point that they wanted to.
Probably. The meeting between mine and the head priest. Or well, James.
Yeah.
So I'm guessing, her misadventures in the church are going to make up the finale.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, being the Princess Priestess. Confetti. So petty. What?
Ooh, nice.
That is a very nice sketch.
Wow.
The Glico man pose.
Yeah. Oh, that one got me when I was reading the book too.
They describe it exactly like that.
Yeah.
Oh, jeez. Oh. So what's convenient then? A piece of Glico caramel? Enough calories to make you run 100 meters. That's the third part of the ritual, by the way. When you're done kowtowing, you go into a sprinter start and then... Psh.
Yeah.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, that part was pretty amazing.
Considering how heavy last episode was, kind of needed this.
Yeah.
I think. Yeah, nice to see that mine's still going to mine. And let's do like a little smoothie, you.
Yeah, right.
Much like Gunther's horror.
So that part, in the book, it like in the anime, it's not really that great at talking about mind's like inner thoughts or feelings and stuff like that. But
right.
That one, like embarrassed the hell out of her because, as she put it, in her previous life, nobody had ever done anything like that.
Oh my! Then all of a sudden,
she had no experience with romance.
Oof. And then all of a sudden,
yeah, her
boy.
heart wasn't ready for it.
Gunther's heart wasn't ready for it.
Oh, it looks like a little wedding.
We're getting old.
Yeah,
I appreciate that kind of humor too much.
Right. I feel like I feel like a bit was missed with the I would say the nuances of the society, because they skipped over the making of Mine's baptism dress, which of course they did mention in the anime was originally Thule's dress, but because it didn't fit Mine,
reworked.
They had to rework it.
Right.
But because there's so much extra material, all the extra material and folds and stuff makes it look like a rich person's clothes. Because poor people wouldn't waste cloth like that.
Right. Common practice, hand-me-downs.
Right. And then the hairpin that Mine and Thule made just kind of
went with it.
Yeah, it made her look even richer. So I don't know. I feel like a little bit in the anime you miss some of that nuance.
Well, I mean, I guess being a little, if you're a little genre savvy, or kind of know your setting a little bit, a lot of these things could be implied, perhaps. But
yeah, I mean, probably, but
it must.
I do feel that the nuance just isn't quite there. You know.
Well, unfortunately, you can express a lot more nuance in print.
Yeah.
I mean, you're going to have to make some big cuts to an anime adaptation.
And then, of course, you're missing a lot having to do with, like, the kid's relationship with Benno and Mark,
the butler.
Yeah, he's like the head employee of Benno's company, basically.
Seems like the brains of the outfit.
Yeah. Let's see what else. I know there's a bunch of stuff that was missing. I mean, there was a little bit missing there with the when she sold the upgraded pound cake formulas
to Frida.
Yeah, to Frida and her cook. But yeah, it's mostly just. It's still mostly just a lot of little details that end up getting left out. That
would have made it just on the whole better.
Yeah, it's a little disappointing as somebody who liked the novel series. But I don't think that it makes it like it detracts from the anime too much.
Yeah, I mean, well, a big example of an omission that's kind of big, but at the same time doesn't detract from its adapted work. I always come back to is Tom Bombadil being omitted from the Lord of the Rings cinematic trilogy.
Right, you basically have to know what you can leave out and what you have to keep.
Yeah,
and I think they've done a pretty good job of that here. I would have preferred if they could have had another maybe episode for the events that were in this one.
Yeah, but considering this is a 14 episode series, right?
Yeah.
So it almost looks like they could have given themselves enough time for that. Perhaps.
Maybe. I gotta see where they go, because I have a feeling with what's left, they might go into the start of the next novel in the series to kind of not leave off on such a big cliffhanger, I guess. But I'll have to see where it's at. I think maybe the last episode of this we'll probably do a longer discussion on, so that I could talk about it. But
I mean, the logical conclusion at this point is really the start of Mine's relationship with not James.
Right, yeah, it's, kicking off her, well, I mean, really her post-baptism, life, because that's when people really start working in this world, so. Yeah.
So we got a couple more episodes, I guess, to get to that point, see what happens.
Yep. But thank you guys so much for joining us for this one. As always, I'm Rizzo.
And I'm DK.
See you next time.